Hello there, my beautiful Aries signs. This is Rachael with Dark Knight Coaching. This is a tarot message for Aries, but this is also for any cross watchers. This can be your sun, moon, or rising sign, or it's your energy or somebody else's energy. Energy is fluid, so this message, if it doesn't exactly resonate for you, it might be resonating for whoever you're dealing with in your energy. Now, for a lot of you, this is kind of a love reading, but it's a love reading of like choosing yourself and putting yourself first, because you're leaving old things behind, old people behind that don't serve you, and you're really trying to move forward here, Aries. So there's a lot of positivity to come, but it is a kind of a hiccupy road that you're facing right now because you are choosing yourself. And when you choose yourself, sometimes others can feel like left out in the dust, or they can feel abandoned or things like that. But I do feel like you are strong and fiery and independent at this time, Aries. And there's a lot of great divine feminine energy that's coming out here, but we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy. It's our yin and our yang. So this message is just as much for men as it is for women, or whatever you want to identify as. So let's dive right in here, Aries. The traditional Celtic cross spread I pull is usually about 10 cards, but a lot of clarifiers came flying out, so I took those. And then after the tarot, I'm going to read a bunch of oracle cards for you that are just kind of added messages to you from your highest self and your guides and your energy field, your spirit guides, or angels, if you believe in that kind of just want to help you as you travel along the spiritual journey and the spiritual path. But I do feel like you are tapped in right at this time. You maybe have your third eye open. You're really connected with your crown chakra to your highest self, your inner knowing. This is the divine feminine energy. It's also a card of like witchy abilities or super paranormal abilities that we all have access to once we can finally find balance and heal our wounding and things like that. So if you're not sure how to clear your chakras or cleanse your chakras, those are your energetic centers. You might want to watch my videos on chakras, which I have just on my main profile for free. It's kind of like a layman's version of your chakra centers and what they are, what they're for, and how to get them functioning in the proper direction. And I also saw 222 on the recording clock, and it's 10:55 as I'm recording this as well. So 55 might be a significant number. I usually see that number a lot when I'm going through chaos and conflict, which ultimately I kind of call it change, because it feels uncomfortable, but you're kind of shedding this old skin. So the challenge here for you is the Queen of Wands. I do feel like the challenge might be to be single and stay single, to choose yourself, to choose quality over quantity. I do feel like you have a lot of options when it comes to love, because when I was shuffling, like the King of Cups wanted to come out and the Page of Cups wanted to come out. So I do feel like there's a couple people in your energy that are trying to maybe date you or woo you or trying to get you to be with them or go out with them. But I don't feel like you're in that... you're not vibing with it. You're not feeling it at the moment. I feel like you're just focused on self-love, self-care, self-worth, and value, because your foundation here, the basis of the situation, is the Six of Wands. This is victory. This is success. This is self-love. This is happiness. This is being content and being celebrated for who you are, and really tapping into that authentic version of you. Now, in the past here, you have the Four of Pentacles. This is sometimes a card of like holding back. It can be a card of regrets possibly, but I kind of feel like this is more tied to boundary setting and, not wearing your heart on your sleeve, not showing all your cards. This can also be a card of like saving. Maybe you were saving up for a vacation or a trip for yourself, something that's like self-indulgent, I'm feeling. Just kind of like something you wanted to do for a long time that you never maybe prioritized yourself. But I do feel like you're doing that now, because you have in your current vibe, you also have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of like standing up for yourself, your morals, your values, your ethics, your belief systems. And those things adapt and grow and change over time. Our perception changes as we go through life experiences, as it should. So, 10 years ago, you probably don't have the same perspective on love or life as you did now, because you've gone through hardship, you've gone through trauma, you've gone through healing, and you've gone through these life lessons. And if you're wise enough, Aries, you can take these lessons that life gives you, the universe sends your way, and you can see the purpose to the pain, the purpose to the struggle, and you can alchemize it and turn it into something very beautiful. So if you are wise, you can find the lesson and the blessing in the situations you find yourself in. But if you're kind of stuck in regret or remorse, you might just be wallowing in self-pity or sorrow, which, life's a roller coaster. So we all get the highs and we all get the lows sometimes. So don't be too hard on yourself if maybe you're in a little bit of a martyrdom state, but I do feel like you're shifting out of that because Spirit really wants you to celebrate. Now, in your near future, you have the 10 of Pentacles. This is a really cool card to have because this to me says this is like, whatever you want with a family or a partner or a relationship, you're going to find and achieve. This is a long-term card of like legacy and savings and wealth and just being, financially stable and having a home. But these two cards came flying out with it to clarify. So the heartbreak that you've experienced in the past is not going to hold you back here, Aries. You're not letting it just like take over your future. This 5 of Swords is a card of kind of taking what you can carry and leaving with the shirt on your back. Like, so maybe you thought a person was way different than they were, and this family that you had was built on a foundation of sand, and it just came kind of tumbling down. But it's like those illusions, you can see through them now. You can see past them now. You're able to discern because you've grown so much, because you've learned so much, because you've been able to stand up for yourself, that you're moving forward out of this like heartbreak energy, out of this like escape energy, and you're moving into something new. And there is progress here because you have the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So you are moving forward in the proper direction. Now, what's in your control in this situation? This card might have something to do with drinking, so make sure you're not overindulging when it comes to spirits, because it's a negative, low vibe frequency. So this can also be a card of celebrating yourself, celebrating your success, celebrating with friends, community. It could be a card of third party if there was a love situation or somebody maybe cheated on you that caused you to maybe leave because of the heartbreak and the running away thing. And I also say that because the King of Cups is in your subconscious energy, and that's a card of like actively showing love. So it's like you fully understand now what love is and what love isn't, and you're not signing up for the fake stuff people tried to sell you in the past, or something you believed was true, but it was like snake oil. So speaking of snakes, the song that I meditated on when I was tapping into your energy was the Taylor Swift song Ready for It, which seems kind of random, but I don't know, something about snakes might be significant. But maybe you're just the snake and you're shedding an old skin and you're moving out of old mindsets that are not valuable. Now, snakes are about knowledge and wisdom. I think snakes get a bad rap, but if you actually look up the spiritual meaning of snakes, it can be a very positive thing. But there's a light and a dark side to everything. So take that message as it resonates. But maybe somebody in your energy was just a snake, and not good. I'm having a visual of like a snake getting chopped up in a mower, which sounds very strange, but that happened to me when I was a kid. I was mowing the grass. It was long grass. I couldn't see the snake, and unfortunately it got lobbed off by the mower, and that was a very traumatic experience for me, that I don't know why is popping in my head, but it is. So there you go. Now, what is the effects of people around you? They see you as this King of Pentacles. Maybe they see you as like cool, comfortable, calm, stable, financially, fiscally responsible, or they just see you as like doing your own thing, mind your own business, and like taking care of your stuff. So it's like you maybe have to wear the pants and the dress in a relationship with yourself now because somebody was disappointing or somebody was not up to snuff. Now, the next card I have is like, what's your hopes and your fears? The past. This is the 5 of Cups. It's a card of regret and remorse of the past. So if you are glancing at the past, that's okay. If you're staring at the past, you're going to have problems. So you need to be capable of self-reflection, because you want to learn the lesson and understand why you did what you did and those sorts of things. But you don't want to be staring so much so into the past that you lose yourself in the would've, could've, should've's, because then you just basically give yourself grief, and it can be a spiral if you hold on too tightly to what you left behind or what you've lost, instead of trying to see the way forward and make a new path and make a new name for yourself. Now, the next cards I have both kind of flew out together. This was your outcome. So you have the Magician, which is a Master Alchemy card, which is a great card to have in your outcome because it tells me that you are transmuting pain from the past in a positive way and you're moving forward because you have all these like tools in your wheelhouse. You're emotionally capable and intelligent and aware of you're capable of self-reflection, which a lot of people are not able to do that. So don't take that for granted, because even just being able to look in the mirror and really see your shadow aspects and your light aspects and try to tweak them into something that's positive and authentic and true to you, it's a very positive card, a very positive outcome. Now, the Strength card is here as well. This is a card about perseverance. This is also Leo energy, so there might be significant Leo in your chart, but I do feel like for a lot of you, it's just Spirit is saying, like, hang in there, you got this, keep going. You're going to have to probably be in this King of Pentacles energy for quite some time, but you're also in this, like, Queen of Wands energy, which is just that independent mode. So there's a difference between being hyper independent and being independent when you have to be, and sometimes it kind of can feel like a mix in between. So, toe the line there, Aries, the best you can of wearing the pants and wearing the dress, I guess, in a relationship, because I do feel like you're having to play maybe a mother and a father role, and that might even be not only to children, but it could be to yourself, because if you weren't raised properly by a mother or a father, you kind of have to learn how to remother and refather your own self. And I'm thinking of that Sarah Bareilles song called Islands, and I feel like that might be a significant song for some of you to listen to. Now, that's what I have for you for Tarot, Aries. If this message has resonated so far, please smash that like button. It helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. If you are interested in a one-on-one coaching session or a personalized tarot reading where I tap into your energy and go over, whatever it is you feel like you need help with or guidance on, please feel free to book that on my website as well. And yeah, if you just like the channel or subscribe, that just helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it, because tarot has saved me a lot of times in my life, and I just think it's a great form of divination that a lot of people unfortunately are too afraid to use, but it's really just tapping into your inner gnosis that we all have, we all carry, and we are all divinely guided. It's just some of us are able to believe and see synchronicities for what they are, and some people do not believe, and that's the free will we have in this lifetime. So, all right, let's see what we got. Advancing. All right, the I Ching card I have for you is Advancing, number 35. 35 might be a significant number or an age. It says, Prince Kong used the gift of horses to breed a multitude. In the course of a day, he mated them 3 times. I get this card a lot, actually. So, like Prince Kong, brother of King Wu, who was rewarded for his loyalty with horses, you have been given a gift you must make the most of. Strength, inspiration, and popularity enable you to travel farther and faster. Magnify your blessings by acting accordingly to seize the opportunity to advance and prosper. What gifts and opportunities have you been given, and how can you make the most of them? I do feel like that ties to that King of Pentacles energy. Like, people see you as having abundant avenues of income or something like that. So if you are not feeling that, then maybe you should tap into your community resources or your friend network and try to really do that. But there is a lot of like petty gossip and drama happening because of this shift in your life, and people are going to judge you whether you succeed or whether you fail. So F them. Like, who cares? Either way, they're going to talk about you when it's good. They're going to talk about you when it's bad. And chances are, if they're talking about you, they're bored. They have nothing else going on in their life, and they have nothing better to do than to gossip. And that's, this card is tied to the heart chakra. So make sure you're staying open-hearted. And just remember, anybody who is talking crap is usually the one whose mouth is full of crap. So I find most people who talk poorly about someone else is because they really think of themselves poorly. It's just a subconscious way of trying to release that and get that out. And all it does is just lower their own vibration and make them very less attractive to everybody, because it's a frequency of fear and shame and jealousy and envy and all of the, sins, but it's really just low vibe energy. Now, the next card I have is I have the power to change my destiny. So you do have an opportunity here. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it's something tangible for you to shift out of a mindset. With the Four of Pentacles here, I do feel like this involves money because that keeps getting mentioned, but something about a king or a kingship because of the King of Cups and the King on the cards and the King of Pentacles. And then you also have the Kairos card. I can't remember the meaning of that one right off the top of my head, and I haven't had that one for quite some time, but the color blue might be significant. That is tied to your throat chakra, and let's see. Kairos is the right time, season, or opportunity when the conditions are in an opportune moment. It also means weather or time, something to do with a yacht or water, perhaps, a boat, a yacht. Sailing. Interesting. But it's also ancient Greek, so that might be significant for some of you. But the next card I have is peace. So you are finding a new norm. You're finding a sense of balance. It's going to take some time because you're shifting out of mud, basically. This is number 23, peace. But I say you're shifting out of mud because the Lotus card is here. And the Lotus is a card of like coming out from the mud, coming up from the dirt and the storm, and being very beautiful. So it says moving from darkness into the light like a lotus. And I do feel like you've been through the ringer. You've learned your lessons, probably the hard way. You are an Aries, so you are a bit stubborn, but you know, I get that because I'm a Sagittarius, so I totally understand. Now, the next card is something about full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius time frame might be significant shifts for you in January, end of January. Something might be happening. It says show the world the real you. Maybe that's when you're really ready to release yourself, release your creativity, because you have creativity here. So maybe you're working on a passion project, or your alchemy of this magician might be just like throwing yourself into your art form. You know, that can be knitting, that can be crocheting, that could be jogging, running, signing up for some hobby. It could be painting or tarot reading or anything like that. Maybe that's what you're going to dive into. But I do feel like Spirit is trying to guide you towards that. Now it says you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So you're breaking free from traditional belief systems and values because you're standing up for what you believe in and what you value. And those things are allowed to change and shift. Societally, we have this pressure on us to conform. And with the age of Aquarius, a lot of people are breaking free from that mold. So I do feel like you're moving out of that and you're wanting to live life a different way. And you're pursuing that. Now, the next card I have is from my Third Eye Intuition deck. It says Harness. This says, know your mind and your patterns. If you have an intuitive thought that places you in a negative situation, is this really guided by anxiety or alarm? Consider other times you have felt like this. And did you go with your intuition or ignore it? And what was the outcome? So that's again just tagging into this, like, trust your inner self, Aries. You have a lot of wisdom inside of you. Chances are you're a chosen one, and you've probably lived lots of lives in the past, and you've learned lots of karmic lessons, and your soul carries that information. It's just a matter of like tapping in and healing and cleansing your chakras and aligning to that high priestess energy. And that can be done through healing your yin and your yang, your masculine and your feminine energy, which is tied to healing the trauma from our mother wounds and our father wounds and healing that inner child. So lots of good things there. But on that note, I'm going to end this reading. I have 11:11 on the clock right now, and I do feel like for a lot of you, this is new portal energy. You're shifting into this new life, into this new path. It is a slow progression, though. It's not like you shift, it's over, it's done, it's brand new. This is like transitional. It's going to take, 7 weeks to 7 months. Definitely going to see a lot of positive things coming into play during Aquarius time frame, though. I am getting that pretty strongly, so good news. But that's what I have for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Again, please smash that like button if you like this reading. If anything resonated, please smash that like button or subscribe. It helps my channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, please feel free to reach out and book on my website. Or if you're interested in a personalized tarot reading, I can tap into your energy and give you a reading as well. I'll see you next time.